Welcome to All About Sports, the second episode, with your host, Andre Brown.
Jesse Griffin.
Talk about this big transfer, Kim Birch, 6'9", 220, All-American transfer from Pitt. I think he'll be a good help with UNLV. What about yourself?
Great pickup for UNLV for one reason, primarily. He fits the system perfectly. He likes to run the floor, which UNLV does great. He likes to defend. And also he can play the 4 and maybe a little bit of the 3. You know, he's not too much of a jump shooter. He needs to work on his 12 to 15-foot jumper. And he also needs to work on his low post move. But he's a great pickup. And I think that this pickup is great to help the addition of Shabazz Muhammad. It will be a great look with him, Muhammad, and Mosier. It could be the best team that they had since 1991 with the final 4 years.
And I'm under the impression that maybe his transfer, him going to Pitt initially, reminded him too much of Canada, and he wanted to come out somewhere else to have some fun. So, welcome to UNLV, Kim.
Now we want to get into some local high school sports. There's a offensive tackle, 6'5", 321, by the name of Cedric Patowski. Actually plays at Desert Pines High School. He committed to Utah University. Great specimen as a kid, athletic, aggressive, mean, nasty, strong as an ox, fast, can get out there, run block, pass block. He's a great pickup. He's a great pickup for the youth. What you think about the kid?
All right, check this out. A running back's rushing touchdown is to a pancake for a big man. And watching this dude serve pancakes all day gets me really excited. I mean, seeing this kid so nimble on his feet, driving people out of the play, it gets my blood boiling. I love to rush behind a guy like this. If I was in high school, back in my heyday, or maybe even when I was in college, I would love to rush behind this guy. He's big, he's physical, he goes into the whistle, sometimes after the whistle. You want to see that out of a guy like him. All right, he's going to Utah. I think it's a perfect fit for him. He's going to be playing against teams like USC, Oregon. He's going to get his shine on. They say he has a frame of an NFL player already. What do you think about that game? Alabama, LSU, Alabama, however you want to look at it. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it was very much so a disappointment. And I'm not speaking about that from an LSU fan standpoint. From an analyst standpoint, it was a disappointment because you hate to see one team come to play and then the other team just don't show up. Right. You can blame it on the quarterback, you can blame it on the defense, the running back, whatever. But when the coach calls your number, you have to be ready to perform. That's the bottom line. It was a lot of things wrong with this game. What other things, what particulars about the game did you see on both sides of the ball that made the difference in the game?
Besides it being a soccer match, a one-sided soccer match, I did appreciate the LSU defense. They still played hard. Right. Right. They only gave up 21 points.
Another thing I wanted to jump to was the MVP race in the NFL right now. Right now, there's 3 valid candidates, which are Drew Brees from New Orleans Saints, right, Tom Brady from the New England Patriots, and of course, Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers. The closest MVP race that I can name, with both throwing for about 40 touchdowns, passing efficiency over 100. It's a very close race. Who do you think should be the MVP?
Brees is an amazing player. Rodgers is an amazing player.
Right.
Man, you can't take. They did unbelievable things this season, right, but you have to take away from it. You can't hit a receiver. You can't hit a quarterback.
Right.
These guys are throwing for astronomical numbers. You got 5 people throwing for 5,000 plus. Right. You got 10 people throwing for 4,000 plus. I did my research up back to 10 years. It's never been done before. It's never been done. This is the first time this has happened. You can't lay a hit on anybody. So I'm thinking, whoever wins Super Bowl, why don't they pick it out of there? Whether it be a quarterback, whether it be a defensive player, whether it be a running back.
You can't blame the players for the way the game is played. The players can only go out there and play what the rules are along the rules. That's not their fault. They made an adjustment. It is more tilted to offensively, but it's great for the fans because we want to see touchdowns. We want to see great play, defensive play, of course, and good hits. Of course, we love that. We love somebody coming across the middle getting smashed, but at the same time, we also want to see touchdowns. People want to get excited about going to the game and watching TV. So at the end of the day, I think that it comes down to 2 I think that it should be a co-MVP, Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. And here's the reason why. Drew Brees threw for 800 more yards. He threw 5,400 yards. Aaron Rodgers threw for 46. Aaron Rodgers' efficiency rate was 122, and Drew Brees was 106. Now, he threw for 8 less interceptions, but you have to understand that as far as the Green Bay was second in the NFL in turnovers. they gave the ball back to Aaron Rodgers in favorable positions, and they also scored more touchdowns. When you're playing in the front, it's easier and you can be more efficient instead of playing behind and alone, having to take more throws and more chances. So when you go by that standpoint, I think that the race is dead even. It's dead even. Both are deserving candidates, co-MVP, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. And that's all we have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please follow us at AllAboutSports on Twitter, and also our YouTube page at AllAboutSportsLV.
That's correct. And if you guys have any suggestions for us, shoot them to our email. You want to see something different, you hate the way we talk, that's good, but if you have any local people, if you have any highlights, send them to us. Maybe we can get you on. I mean, even if you're from across the country, you got something good you want to show us, shoot them to us, man. We're all interactive. We're trying to do better. Hope you like what we have, okay?
And this has been All About Sports.